I love pumpkins. I love pumpkins so much. And 3 years ago, I built the wonderful Pumpkin Island. The world may be gone, lost when I broke my hard drive, but Pumpkin Island lives on in this image. And you wanna know what's better than Pumpkin Island? Pumpkin County. That's what's gonna be built in the next couple weeks. I will build Pumpkin County. I've built some pumpkin projects in this new world, like the great wonderful Pumpkin Hole. Here's Pumpkin Hole. Pretty cool, pretty cool. The great big hole, Pumpkin Dude. I'm aching. I'm aching for more pumpkins, dude. And that's why I cleared off all the wood off of this, some like 100,000 logs, and we are gonna build Pumpkin County here. Every one of these blocks are gonna be pumpkinified. It's gonna be like 100,000 pumpkins, and it's gonna be peak. It's gonna be peak. We're on day 267. I wonder what day it's gonna be when I finish this. Probably like day 400. So far in this world, I built some random big tower and a nuclear reactor. And soon, I will build Pumpkin County. And Pumpkin County is going to have a ginormous pumpkin farm. You're going to see everything all right on this channel. Right on this channel. This great channel. This channel of great pumpkinness. It's going to be peak. Just like this nuclear reactor. Alright. You guys are going to see the process of me placing pumpkins very soon. Maybe in the next couple minutes. We will see. But right now, we're working on the stairs. These are going to go all the way down here. And it's going to go into that hole. And I installed a mod where you can make custom portals. And then we're going to light a portal right here. Pink. And then I'll make it look all pretty. That portal is going to lead to some random cave, I think, in here. So it's going to look like you get teleported to this pumpkin mystical land. So I kind of want to make it so we have a portal. And then you go through the portal. Like, whoa. Where is this portal leading me to? And then you go in this cave that's filled with pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns. And you run out. You're like, whoa, what is this mystical land of pumpkins? And then here's like gonna be a ginormous pumpkin farm. Pumpkin tower breaching into the skies. And this is where my pumpkin farm is gonna be. In the middle of this land where I will make full of pumpkins. And then later and later, depending on how much torture and fun that was, I'll expand this into, instead of Pumpkin County, it'll be Pumpkin Country. And this will be Melon Island 2.0. But that's a different video and different project. And then this is going to be probably a melon monument is what I'm going to call it. And this is going to be made of pumpkins. And then all around it is going to be, the floor is going to be made of melons and shit. It'll be cool. You'll see. I'll see when I'll place some pumpkins. So I'm gonna start placing pumpkins. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 orange shulker boxes full of pumpkins. And I would say 8, but I'll replace 1 shulker box. This is so far our mini pumpkin farm. It produces an okay amount of pumpkins. Right next to the iron farm. It's okay. We're gonna expand this out. I'll place all these pumpkins, and then I'm gonna expand this out and build the giant pumpkin tower of pumpkinness. It's gonna be a lot of pumpkins, a lot of work, but I need to make a new design for this tower so it doesn't look fucking stupid. It just doesn't look stupid like this one. This just looks stupid. So I'll work on that after I place some pumpkins, and then maybe I start a little bit more COD Abyss grinding. Probably not. I hate that game! I hate that game! This right here is 1 shulker box of pumpkins. Which, honestly, doesn't seem like a lot. Or it does seem like a lot. But this much is this much. So, that's still a lot of pumpkins. Also, it became nighttime, a bunch of mobs spawn. So I think I realized, instead of placing the pumpkin towns first, I'm gonna make a shit ton of jack-o'-lanterns, and then I'll place the pumpkins around the jack-o'-lanterns. So that's what I'm gonna do. As I go through the magical pumpkin cave. And the pumpkin cave has the pumpkin portal. And where does the pumpkin portal take me? A pumpkin hole. Well guys, after about 30-ish minutes of placing pumpkins, shearing the pumpkins, then breaking the pumpkins, and then getting coal out of my chest, and then making torches, we got about 27 stacks of jack-o'-lanterns. That should be, hopefully, enough to light up all of this area. So then we can go back to placing pumpkins and then building the pumpkin farm. I'll tell you guys when I'm done with that. What's up? I finished doing all the lights of Pumpkin County, and I found this naturally spawning pink sheep. What? What? As far as your eye can go, there's gonna be a light. Pumpkin County is fully lit up. Now it's time to place the pumpkins. You can't even see over there, but this is all lit up. Peek, peek, and more peek. Day 1 is complete. I have to do homework, and I ran out of pumpkins. 8 shulker boxes full of pumpkins, and we only have this amount of pumpkinage. Started some over here. Did this little area. Whoa. Look at the map. So my theory is we're in the ballpark of maybe about 50 shulker boxes of pumpkins. 50, that's a lot, wow, I'll see you guys tomorrow on this very wonderful pumpkining day. This is the design of the Pumpkin Machine 2.0. It's pretty cool, that's all I'm saying. We have walls of pumpkins, they're getting shot off, and then the inside we have Pumpkin Machine 1.0. You get double the pumpkin. And then down here in the underground portion, we'll place all the storage containers. And this is Pumpkin Machine 2.0. Problem is, do I have all the materials to build this? Probably not. This thing needs a shit ton of observers. And then we will transition to what we need. What we need to build this is 23,000 dirt, 10,500 orange stained glass, 7,823 pumpkins to build the pumpkin machine, 4,920 pistons, 4,850 redstone dust, 4,840 observers, 4,760 pumpkin seeds, 4,010 rails, 930 powered rails, 800 oak stairs, 240 glowstone, and 203 hoppers, and some storage stuff. This might be a lot to get. And the only concerns I have is probably the quartz for the observers, so we might make a gold farm and a piglin bartering machine, or we can make a sand farm and get TNT, so we can get netherite and then quartz. We also need a sand farm for the 10,000 glass anyways, so that shouldn't be a problem. Maybe an enderman farm for some XP and some other stuff. Day 2, as it is, it's going to be mostly building the farms and getting the materials to build, so on day 3 we can build the great pumpkin machine so we can further along our journey. The first machine I have finished. It's this sand duping machine that took me forever to build. Pretty cool. Duplicates some sand for me. Sand is going to be useful for, you know, everything. Glass, TNT, pretty much everything. Let me jump in here. I guess I need to build the walls up more. But should all be grabbed by our guy on the bottom and put into this chest. Wow. Soon I'll probably make the Enderman farm for levels. I don't really know. And then we will continue on. What else do we need? After a bit of off-camera mining, this and some other stuff I'll show you. About 4 hours worth, we got enough cobblestone finally to build all the observers and pistons, and then we also got some other cool stuff, a bunch of copper, 17 diamonds, some other cool items, and let's show you the rest. Now over here at the main mining area, the main quarry, you could say, I got some more interesting stuff to show you. I think we got the rest of the cobblestone. I did some off-camera calculations as well. We need about 28 chests worth of cobblestone. It's about as much here. And we also got some other ores, 19 more diamonds and some other stuff. I do gotta say that we're ready to build all the pistons and observers after about 4 hours of mining. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So at the end of day 2, I've gotten about all the materials I need to build this great farm, except 4,840 observers and like 13 chests of dirt. The problem is, you can see here is, nether quartz for the observers is hard to get. I can either make a gold farm to a bartering farm, get a bunch of quartz, or that sand farm we made a while ago and the witch farm that's like over there. We can make TNT and go into the nether because I need to get netherite, you know? I'm full diamond. Time to get an upgrade. We're over 300 days in this world. I think it's time to get an upgrade. So maybe I go netherite mining tomorrow. And tomorrow will be netherite plus quartz for the observers and mining dirt. Because I have a good amount of dirt and I have more at the mining area. But I think I have about maybe 13,000 dirt while I need about 23,000 dirt. That is a lot of dirt. We'll see you tomorrow. After mining the nether with 3 shulker boxes full of TNT, we got a pretty good haul. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 7 shulker boxes full of nether quartz and a good 4 stacks and 11 of ancient debris. I think we did a pretty good job, and it's time to make all these observers and then mine all the dirt, and then we can finally build this fuck ass pumpkin machine 2.0. I finished getting all the materials. We have the almost 3 shulker boxes of observers, the fucking 13 and a half shulker boxes of dirt, and pretty much everything else we had before. Now it's time to build this farm in Pumpkin Island. I finally finished the pumpkin machine. The great pumpkin machine 2.0. It's huge. Has an open roof just in case if I ever want to expand it some more. This is the pumpkin machine 2.0. I do gotta say that I felt like I wasted my time half the time, and I do not recommend this project to anyone. I will probably be taking a break after I build this machine and probably do something more that I like. Play a different game. Pumpkins are filling up pretty fast, and I finished this maybe like 10 minutes ago. So I do gotta say the pumpkin machine is producing a lot of pumpkins. I don't know how many pumpkins per se, but if the calculations are true, it's producing more pumpkins than I can place. That means it's doing good. Alright, I'm done with this. I forgot to add that when I have the pumpkin machine loaded and I'm looking at it, I lose 30 frames. That's pretty crazy. So far, I have definitely done a good amount of area, but actually, I have lied. I've done maybe 1/8. I've placed down. This right here was about maybe 11 shulker boxes full of pumpkins. Yeah, I gotta go run back to my house so I can get more food. But this might be the end for today. I might go to bed. I just placed pumpkins for about 6 hours. And then I go into my replay viewer and realized it's not there. Uh-oh, guys. Uh-oh. OMG, guys. It's been like day 4 of placing pumpkins. I've placed about 120,000 pumpkins. This is way bigger than Pumpkin Island. It looks like I'm about maybe halfway done. The story of Pumpkin Island is it's crazy because one day I was just in a Discord VC and I was talking to people and I was like, you know, what if I make an island full of pumpkins? And then some guy said, no, you fucking won't. He's like, that'd be stupid. You won't ever do that. And I was like, you know, I'm determined to do that. I'm more than determined to build this stupid fucking island. And I did. I placed over 90,000 pumpkins in one day. I stood up all night. I stood up over 24 hours placing pumpkins to build Pumpkin Island. And I was having like it was like a mental breakdown at that point. I had no music. I wasn't doing anything except placing pumpkins and just watching anything for a good like 4 hours. And I watched like I remember it was a Wendigoon Blood Meridian. I was watching that video and I was placing pumpkins. That was Pumpkin Island. I built it and I didn't even it was mostly just free will. Pumpkin Island isn't just like it's not a reasonable project. I would never do it again. I don't think it's reasonable. I think it's quite stupid. But it's such it was a thing of free will and determination. And that's why I think I love Pumpkin Island so much. Because it was useless. But it was such a main thing of that world. It's so sad it's gone. I gotta find a person to get that shit off that hard drive. Because I know it's on that hard drive. And I want Pumpkin Island again. Hopefully this Google Drive has Pumpkin Island on it in this one Minecraft world. Because if it doesn't, I'm gonna be so sad. I'm gonna miss my my favorite little creation. And then, you know, if it is on there, I'm gonna rebuild Pumpkin Island. I'm gonna build it in the middle of the ocean, and I will have Pumpkin Island too. It can't even be 2 because it's gonna be the exact same. It would be Pumpkin Island clone, and it's gonna be the greatest thing ever. But we'll see. Placing over 200,000 pumpkins. I'm like almost done. I am almost done. As in almost done, I mean, this is it. After this, I'm done. I'm done with Pumpkin County. Pumpkin County is finished. After a couple, like a month. Like a month. I'd finally finished Pumpkin County. After like a month. And there it is. This is the last block. I finished it. Whoa. That is a lot of pumpkins. 265,697 pumpkins. I don't know what to do anymore. I finished Pumpkin Island. I mean, not Pumpkin Island. I finished Pumpkin County. I found Pumpkin Island. I'm gonna recreate that next. Put that in the ocean. The OG Pumpkin Island. I'll make a separate video for that too. Thank you guys for watching. This is me. And bye.